Well, despite how great X-Men 97 was, it didn't get out of its first season without generating some controversy. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the decision surrounding the Black Panther and what version of the character we had, and honestly, why that happened behind the scenes. This has definitely rubbed some fans the wrong way. Now before we do that though, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos, and we want to be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently so you are in the know. Well, that X-Men 97 finale was massive, and we saw a ton of cameos from throughout the Marvel Universe. Not only did we get Peter Parker and Mary Jane, we saw Daredevil, Captain America and Iron Man, as well as Cloak and Dagger, so it really was a big event. And one of those cameos included the Black Panther. Now, we would later discover after we saw the Black Panther that it wasn't T'Challa, but beneath the mask was his father, T'Chaka. Now, this decision kind of perplexed some users, particularly when T'Challa's father is normally portrayed as the version of the Black Panther who fought with Captain America in World War II. And all of this has spawned some, well, fan theories, with most fans convinced it must be related to the death of Chadwick Boseman. Now, if you remember correctly, following his death, Marvel Studios chose not to recast the Black Panther, have the hero die off-screen, and have Shuri take up the mantle, as well as introducing his son, who was also named T'Challa. Now recently, X-Men 97 supervising director Jake Castanera was talking with Phase Zero, and he was flat out asked what the reason for using T'Chaka as the Black Panther after the short-lived Fantastic Four series that was also set in the 90s definitely used T'Challa. Now, in an interview, he said, and I quote, "I will elaborate on that as much as I can. Some of the Black Panther of it all are definitely closed-door conversations I was not privy to." That was definitely in Beau DeMayo and the executive's realm. But for us, there's always multiple timelines right there. There's always a one-off. This is exactly how I like it, except for one thing. So, who's to say what timeline is the right timeline, the proper timeline? I mean, y'all aren't ready for how we're going to F you up in Season 2. At the end, we tease it at the end of 10. We're going to elaborate on that. At least for myself, this is set in the 90s. If T'Challa is a natural successor and is more of our era now, he would have been a kid at that time. And while it is sort of retconny, based on what the 90s series you watch, I believe it was just Fantastic Four that even had T'Challa. And that was like before T'Chaka was like assassinated, or if there was a back in time thing, but I remember they did T'Challa. But that's the best thing about our sandbox in multiple universes. For us, it just felt right. Now, honestly, this is a decent explanation, and I kind of understand what he is saying, but I suspect there is something going on behind the scenes. When Beau DeMayo was asked directly, he responded with 3 letters, NDA, non-disclosure agreement, meaning he's not privy to talk about any of that, and it could set him up for a lawsuit, so I doubt we're getting any answer anytime soon. Now, in Marvel Studios' defense, not recasting T'Challa right now, for many made sense, particularly as any actor who picked up the mantle would have a tough time living up to Boseman's incredible performance. The actor's death is also very fresh in the minds of so many people, but with a younger version of T'Challa waiting in the wings, I suspect all of this will be part of the past and something we look back on and discuss for many years to come. I totally like the first season of X-Men. I'm really curious about what he means about how they're going to mess us up in Season 2, and since we have time travel elements already incorporated in the show, well, could X-Men 97 become X-Men 2020? I have no idea, but it does sound like something they're considering. We'll have to wait and see.